the Tennessee Titans. This is Good Morning Football Wildcard Weekend. It is all done, so it is time to tell you what we learned to sort of kiss off last week, and I will start it off, guys.
All right.
I learned, and we all learned, those of us who have Instagram, Peter Schrager, you probably don't know this.
Not yet, but I'll get on it.
I learned that Tom Brady is the storm. Pop culture is filled with powerful, complicated characters who dispel their greatest threats by claiming that they are that very thing. Are you with me?
Yeah, we're at you.
Framed for a murder that he did not commit. Judge Dredd once yelled, I never broke the law, I am the law. Walter White, Breaking Bad fans, confronting his reasonably skeptical wife, famously uttered, I am not in danger, Skyler. I am the danger.
Yeah.
And on Monday, it was finally TB12's turn. Amid rumors and reports of franchise in flux, a lot of drams up there, major drams in Foxy Town, the GOAT posted this on his Instagram with the quote, Fate whispers to the warrior, you cannot withstand the storm. The warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
It's good.
An anonymous quote, of course it is, right? Unknown. Who wrote that? Bill?
No idea.
Who knows? What does it mean? It means Brady can handle any drama because he is the drama. He can handle any competition because he is the competition. And as for the storm report, history says that he can weather the Dick LeBeau bomb cyclone that sucked the life out of the Chiefs last week. Yes, it was really impressive, but 7-3 when Dick LeBeau was with the Steelers. Tom Brady had a lot of success. He had like 3 interceptions the entire time. So I'm not a real...
I am the storm. All right, now speaking of storms, I'll talk about a defensive storm that has been brewing all season. Now, here's the thing. I played for 11 years, and not a lot of guys go into coaching after they get done playing, but there's a handful that I'll recognize. Daryl Tapp, he's still coaching right now. Loftus Tupu, he's coaching, and Bobby Ingram's wide receiver in Seattle for a long time. He's coaching. There's another guy that played, but he's coaching right now, and his name is Marquand Manning, and I picked the Atlanta Falcons defense. And there's a guy that had that Atlanta Falcons defense, which is defense coordinator Marquand Manuel. He is 38 years old. Now, last year when Kyle Shanahan left, we were talking about Kyle Shanahan leaving, being the OC. They actually fired their defensive coordinator last year, kind of quietly, as Schrager was telling me, right after the Super Bowl. His name was Richard Smith. And then they replaced him by this young, unknown secondary coach. Let me take you back to his coach career when he got done playing. Seattle, he was the assistant special teams coach in 2012. After that, he was Seattle Seahawks defensive assistant. And for those who don't know coaching, that's basically just another guy holding a clipboard while another coach is telling you to run around and do things. In 2014, he was the assistant secondary coach. The last 2 seasons previous to this one, he was the Falcons secondary coach. So it was a bold move by Dan Quinn and that staff to say, you know what, we're going to upgrade our defense by upgrading you and giving you position. And the reason I bring all this up is because all season long we've been talking about Sean McVay, and rightfully so, being so young, early 30s, dominating this league, going from the bottom to the top. But what about that Falcons defense that went into L.A.? You're talking about an OC, head coach Sean McVay, going up against a young, unknown defensive coordinator in Marquand Manuel, and Marquand Manuel got the best of him in that offense. Last season, 27th in the league, this defense, giving up 25 points per. This season, 19. It's basically a touchdown that they have subtracted off of each game. So shout out to that defense. Of course, all that talent, having certain guys back healthy, that always helps. But when you are new to the job and you are young, you are in your 30s, being a defense coordinator and your team is still in it, and your team's advantage is that defense, what I learned is Marquand Manuel, not just a good defense coordinator, but in the next 5 years, he's going to be talked about as one of the new hot head coaches that's possibly going to get a candidacy job.
Schrager's ones to watch.
Ferguson's one to watch. So, Nate, let me get this straight. What you're saying is Sean McVay is God's gift to offense, and we love him. But Marquand Manuel just messed him up.
He just messed him
right?
up.
In his home
just
field.
Getting started. This is his first year as a defense coordinator, a former player. And they're usually guys that they take a position and they're an assistant to an assistant, and they're never in positions of power. So shout out to him for taking this position and actually elevating that defense.
And what are we hearing about this?
Yeah, and I can tell you, being on those sidelines with the Falcons, he is the hype guy, too. He wears the jumpsuit. He's, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
This was last year during the Super Bowl run, but you look at the young defensive backs specifically, Keanu Neal, Ricardo Allen, Robert Alford, Desmond Trufant. This was their coach the last 2 years, and now they're all blossoming together. This defense is one of the most underrated units in the entire playoffs right now. And if you don't watch out, Eagles, they could have a field day on Nick Foles.
Love that. Great stuff. You guys will share yours in a bit.
Yes,
what you
yes,
learned
please.
Wild Card Weekend. So stay tuned for that. And tonight, stay tuned to Power Rankings. You can join NFL Network experts as they debate and analyze where each team ranks on their exclusive list of 32 clubs. Then on 21st in Prime, our Pro Football Hall of Famer, Deion Sanders. What's up, Prime? Provides his thoughts on the latest happenings around the NFL.